Good evening, and welcome to the Melrose High School Class of 2011 graduation ceremony. My name is Mercy Ward, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for the evening. I would like to start by introducing some distinguished guests. Mayor Dolan, Joseph Casey, Patricia White-Lambright, Christine Casatelli, Donald Constantine, Margaret Driscoll, Kristen Thorpe, Donald Kahn, Peter Mortimer, Paul Broder, and John Tremontosi. Thank you all for being here on such an important day of our lives. We would like to begin the evening with the national anthem performed by Grace Thompson, who I have watched grow from a member of our elementary school chorus into the amazing singer she is today. She will be attending Ohio Wesleyan next year to pursue music and international studies. Grace will be accompanied by the Melrose High School Band under the direction of Mr. Michael Buckley. If everyone could please stand.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Our first speaker has led our class for the past 4 years. He is dedicated to our class more than any person I know, and his hard work and creative ideas have brought us a long way. Ben Ouellette is one of my oldest and best friends, and I know his outgoing and ambitious personality will bring him much success at Florida State University next year and for the rest of his life. Please join me in welcoming our class president, Ben Ouellette.
I'm here today to congratulate the class of 2011 and to thank you for giving me 4 of the greatest years of my life. Between work ethic, diversity, success, and the underlying friendship among us all, there's no class I'd rather be a part of. Our experience at Melrose High School has been very distinct from any other class. Behind you today is one of the greatest school buildings in Massachusetts. Unfortunately, as a class, we missed attending this new middle school by 1 year. In 8th grade, our classrooms were in the high school, as we felt we were getting a head start as students at Melrose High School. Freshman year, our high school journey began, and it was far from what we experienced as 8th graders. A new principal reigning, our high school journey would be much different than it was as 8th graders. Mr. Dillon took charge with the intention to benefit the school academically, structurally, while keeping his ears open to the students and making the changes that the students longed for. While headphones remained banned, he was the one who made it acceptable to wear hats in school. He was one responsible for changing our lunch from mystery meat to satisfactory meals. As he began to listen to what we wanted, he gained our respect as a whole. We were his first class that he would be with for all 4 years. Today, his career at Melrose High School ends, as does ours. I thoroughly enjoyed my career at Melrose High School, and it would not have been the same without my fellow classmates. Sometimes in life, things just don't go your way. No other class had learned the same lessons that we have. We missed a brand new middle school by 1 year. We were the first class that had to decipher the ways of a new principal. We missed brand new athletic fields by 1 season. And as nice as it would have been to have new fields, a brand new school, we made the most with what we had. The football field became covered with snow that would remain there for about 5 months. Our class was fortunate enough to have the Fred Green field for its final season. As June was approaching, snow and dirt still remained on the field. And we realized that our chances of having an outdoor graduation were not too probable. The class of 2011 had put up with a lot with the short end of the stick for 4 years, and we were told that our graduation would be indoors. As a lot of negotiating, we came up with a solution to have an outdoor graduation, allowing more than 2 family members to attend. Our student government is made up of great debaters, such as Mercy Ward, but I'm not here to brag about that. I'm saying that the lesson that we learned was that as a class, when you have to continue to strive for what you long for and overcome the obstacles you faced, something positive is bound to come. Now let me tell you this, the older you get, the more rules you're gonna get you to follow. You just gotta keep living, man. Livin. Those are the words of Wooderson from Dazed and Confused. As a part of a new generation filled with new technology, sure enough, a lot more rules developed that we were expected to follow. Facebook pictures didn't exist 10 years ago, and we were the first ones to see these new rules being applied. But we were able to put everything behind us and do just as Wooderson would have done and kept on Livin. As we prepared for the next chapter in our lives, today is the day to look back on how great our time at Melrose High School has been. 10 years from now, I'll sit back and reminisce, and it will be you, the students, that cross my mind. Will it be thinking of the talent in our drama club with up-and-coming stars such as Nate Farrow and Jen Norton? Hearing an articulate story written by one of our many talented writers such as Stanley DiIncenzo? Listening to our talented musicians rock out like Eva Gertz and Andrew Heath. Watching Bruna's BMW speed off right over there at the knoll while that car lasted. Eavesdropping the gossip whispered among the MHSKF. Or hearing baseball star Ryan Hardy rant about his ability to throw the ball 95. It's the classmates that will forever remain in my memories. Besides my classmates, it's the small things about Melrose High that I will never forget. Like the days where I'm sitting in class and I said it was a good time to get up and go look out the window. And then I remember, this is Melrose High School. There are no windows. The small things, like Miss Litchman's library raps, waiting 45 minutes to go to the restroom because someone felt it was a good time to wander the halls. And knowing what it's like to sit at the bottom of the lunchroom and eventually sit at the top. These are the memories that will forever be engraved in my memory. I'm proud of you all today, and it was a pleasure spending the last 4 years of my life with you. It was truly one eventful experience that put 4 years behind me in the blink of an eye. I can honestly say that I know everybody that sits here in front of me, and I know the potential that you all have. Malcolm X once said, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it today." We have prepared for the next chapters in our lives, and today the future begins. The class of 2011 is one of the brightest, most unique classes to pass through Melrose High, and I'm sure that many of us here today will be the next doctors, teachers, biologists, athletes, and musicians of tomorrow. I crossed paths with many of you on our journeys of life, and I wish the best of luck to you all. I'd like to thank the teachers, the staff, congratulate the scholarship committee for our strong 50 years, Mr. Dillon in your career at Melrose High School, the wonderful woman of the main office, the guidance department, Mr. O'Hara and the cleanup crew, the class advisors including Mr. Bullock and Ms. Dorr, Miss Dory, you've helped me so much. I don't know where I'd be without you right now. And Miss Eason, I'd like to give you a shout out too. You're one of the toughest women I've ever met. You overcame cancer and you had a great career at Melrose High School. Thank you. I'd like to thank the baseball captains, Danny Reardon, Ryan Hardy, and Chris Fimiani for leading us through a great winning season and leading us into a second round in the tournament for the first time in who knows when. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of my classmates. You guys truly made this the greatest experience ever. These are the best 4 years of my life. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ben. The Melrose School Committee is dedicated to the students and improving our educational experience. They work hard to make sure that these are the best possible 4 years of high school education that we can have. It is my pleasure to introduce the chairperson of the Melrose School Committee, Ms. Margaret Driscoll.
Welcome to families, friends, invited guests, elected officials, and staff members. Dear students of class of 2011, in the words of the infamous headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Albus Dumbledore, it is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Your teachers chose to bring their finest skills to you every school day to provide you the excellent education you have received at Melrose High School. Your school-wide and city-wide community chose to cheer your victories and commiserate with you on your losses. Most importantly, your families and friends chose to offer you and continue to choose to offer you the love, devotion, and encouragement today and every day to support you as you end this part of your journey and begin another. As parents, educational advocates, and cheerleaders of our students' accomplishments, we as members of the Melrose School Committee encourage you to be thoughtful and deliberate in the choices you make. And know that wherever those choices lead you, we will choose to be proud of the kind and brave and talented and honorable people you are. Congratulations, class of 2011.
Next, I would like to introduce a young woman who has dedicated much of her life to her schoolwork to receive the highest grade point average in our class. Ellen Cintolo, another lifelong friend of mine, is admired by all, not only for her outstanding grades, but for the grace with which she receives them, the same grace with which she has faced everything in her life. Not only is she extremely intelligent, but good-hearted and kind, which I know will bring her much success next year at the College of the Holy Cross, where she will go into the medical field. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2011 valedictorian, Ellen Cintolo.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and members of the class of 2011. Tonight, I stand before you, terrified that I am going to cry at any moment. But I just hope that my mom gives me the strength to make it through this, just as she has guided me through every day of my life. I can honestly say that I never expected any of this to happen to me. It never crossed my mind that I would be here making this speech. But really, what I never imagined was that the most important person in my life would not be here to listen to it. Like most kids, I relied on my mom for everything. She was there for me as I prepared for my first day of kindergarten, helping me pick out a new backpack and a lunchbox with a matching thermos. I have to say that we did a pretty good job because my pink Barbie bag seemed to be very popular among the girls. My mom packed me Mott's apple juice boxes and peanut butter sandwiches with the crust cut off. She wrote little notes on my napkins, which used to embarrass me. Back then, I would try to hide them from my friends at the lunch table. But now, as I think back on those gestures, I wish that I had embraced them. I wish that I had shown my friends how much my mother cared about me. Her benevolent spirit was apparent in everything she did. She was there to send me off on the horseman field days and to kiss me goodbye before I boarded the bus for environmental camp in 5th grade. For many of us, this was our first time away from our parents, and I have to say, even though it was a mere 3 days, I was homesick for my mom every night. Although I had fun, I was overjoyed to be back in her arms when she came to pick me up. The following year, we were beginning a new chapter in our lives, but I was not afraid because I had my mom to guide me. She watched me cross the threshold of the decrepit middle school building for 6th grade, where we were the last class to experience the leaking ceilings and the obsolete chalkboards. She listened to me complain about the Franklin School in 7th grade, the school where we used milk carton crates as substitutes for lockers. And how can we ever forget the rule about chewing gum? How many of us had to stay after school in Mrs. Mancini's room and write, "I will not chew gum in class," about 1,000 times, yet we all still tried to sneak a piece without her noticing. And remember the time that Mr. Matus did not show up for class, so everyone stole Tootsie Rolls from his desk? 7th grade was certainly an interesting year. Then we transitioned to 8th grade, where we were designated 2 hallways in the high school and advised not to interact with the high school students. By this time in my life, cancer had overtaken my mother, but she surprised me every day when she woke up in the morning with a smile on her face, embracing her life and making sure I was embracing mine. She reassured me as I talked about being the youngest at the high school and how we were destined to be at the bottom, how we never felt like we were the oldest because every grade was in a separate building. Those awkward middle school years would have been impossible for me to conquer without my mother by my side. But I learned just a few months later exactly what it was like to no longer have her. My freshman year of high school was the first year I left home without a sandwich prepared by my mom or the image of her happily waving goodbye to me from the car window. It was the year that I lost her, my mom, the most selfless human being I have ever known. I remember feeling as if half of me was gone and the only part that remained was fighting to live a life that did not seem real. I know it was my mom's spirit that eventually revived me. She was the whisper over my shoulder, telling me to go back to school, to learn and experience life to its absolute fullest. So I followed this call. I returned to my classes and quietly began to persevere through my work. But I did not come back alone. I had an army of kind-hearted teachers and classmates who motivated me and supported my every endeavor. They pushed me to believe in myself and to recapture the meaning that had faded from my life. When I think of compassion, I think of this class of 2011, the class that was always willing to help one another. We have gathered together to participate in the Melrose Alliance Against Violence Walk and to commemorate the beloved life of Danny Williams, an extraordinary friend to many of us and a person whom we truly miss. We've raised money for victims of natural disasters and have supported the dedicated writers of the Imprint newspaper. We've taken part in fundraisers at Fuddruckers and Patronies in support of each other's sports teams, and we've assisted one another in studying for those awful exams. Our class is filled with earnest thinkers, accomplished athletes, enthusiastic musicians, and exceptional actors. There are those who devote countless hours to community service or who are actively involved in Melrose High School clubs. Everyone is committed to something. Each one of us has something to offer to the world, whether small or monumental, and all of us have experienced adversity in our lives. Maybe we have lost someone important to us, maybe we have had a difficult home life, or we have suffered a different kind of setback, but we all know hardship. Losing someone important is a struggle we will all face one day, but I must reassure everyone not to be afraid to open up to others and rely on them to help restore your lives like my family and friends have done for me. We must remember that although those who have passed on are not here physically, they continue to live through us as we emulate their actions and their teachings. So no matter what the obstacle, we are capable of rising up in the pursuit of happiness. I feel so blessed to have known each one of you, even if it was just as an acquaintance. I think we have all taught one another the importance of kindness. I know we have all helped a friend gain strength in a time of weakness. We have been a shoulder to cry on, or we have found one. I know I will fight this loss for the rest of my life, but I am comforted by the notion that I will never be without friends by my side during times of sadness, laughter, or celebration. So let us all cherish our friendships, cherish the family who has bolstered us through good times and bad, and cherish those who have passed on, those who have molded who we are today, those who have given us the confidence to pursue our dreams. As my mom once told me, every time you see a ladybug, you should think of me. I see ladybug paraphernalia almost every day, reminding me that she is near, motivating me to follow my dreams. So let us all strive to fulfill our dreams and never forget the people who got us there. Congratulations and thank you, class of 2011. We all have something to be proud of today.
Ellen, you are not only extremely bright, you are extremely courageous. Congratulations on being awarded the Valedictorian for the class of 2011, and please accept this gift with our thanks. At this time, I will recognize our Scholastic Award winners. The first category are our Scholastic Achievers. The top 10 students with the highest four-year grade point average will be recognized in alphabetical order and will be wearing platinum tassels. As your name is read, please stand and remain standing. I would ask that you hold your applause until all names are read. Camray Bannister, Ellen Cintolo, Anna Falzer, Eva Gritz, C.G. Liu, Taylor McDonald, Alexandra Milstrom, Catherine O'Brien, Haley Schofield, and Haley Thorpe. Congratulations to our Scholastic Achievers. Please be seated. I will now introduce our honor graduates that come in three categories. In recognition of outstanding scholarship, gold tassels are worn by those graduates who have attained honor roll status 6 out of 8 possible times during their 11th and 12th grade in high school. The first category, excellence, is achieved by students who earned A's in every subject. As your name is read, please stand and remain standing, and again I would ask you to hold your applause. Camray Bannister, Alex Canzanello, Ellen Cintolo, Eva Gertz, and Taylor McDonald. Congratulations to our students for achieving excellence. Please be seated. High honors is achieved by students who earned A's in every subject with the exception of one B. As your name is read, please stand and remain standing. Anna Falza, Alex Franklin, Justine Johnson, Jason Kwang, C.G. Liu, Samantha Mallon, Emma McGowan, Alexandra Milstrom, Jenna Morse, Catherine O'Brien, Haley Schofield, and Haley Thorpe. Congratulations to our high honor graduates. Please be seated. Our final category, honors is achieved by students who earn B's or any combination of A's and B's in every subject. This is a long list. As your name is read, please stand and remain standing. Zachariah Bashiri, Jeffrey Badger, Laura Cataldo, Kayla Constantine, Zachary Cross, Andrew DeLillo, Abigail DeMagistris, Amanda Downey, Ryan Fahey, Nathan Farrow, Caitlin Gilbert, Kelsey Gilbert, Laura Gillis, Melissa Greenberg, Andrew Heath, Daniel Johnson, Stephanie Krasko, David Matterford, Charlotte Mays, Christopher McCormick, Mara McDermott, Patricia McDermott, Megan McKinley, David Mora, John Morris, Jessica Monroe, Alexandra O'Brien, Mark Pampinen, Jocelyn Pullen, Olivia Reagan, Anna Seamock, Binrata Shrestha, Erica Snyder Drummond, Michelle Sorrentino, Grace Thompson, Matthew Trulli, Stephen Vaughn, Anna Vanocchi, Maria Vivas, Mercedes Ward, Laura Whalen, Olivia Wilkins, Sarah Waldemarian, Tori Weiland, and Athena Ziavras. Congratulations to all of our honors graduates.
Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the Melrose High School Honors Choir under the direction of Mrs. Kimberly Piper. They will be singing Defying Gravity from the musical Wicked with senior soloist Grace Thompson.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leave. Time to try. truly crazy, and true the vision's hazy, but I swear someday I'll be up in the sky, defying gravity, flying so high, defying gravity, they'll never pull me down. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of us
Wizard that there is or was
is ever gonna bring me
Superintendent Joseph Casey has been with us for the past 5 years and has supported us wholeheartedly throughout his time here. This year, his hard work and dedication to the class of 2011 has made our outside graduation possible. Please welcome Superintendent Joseph Casey.
So, one question, class of 2011. Is this the graduation you dreamed of? Yeah, you deserve it. Congratulations. So, welcome parents, friends, family, teachers, administrators, school committee members, Mayor Dolan, and most importantly, you, the class of 2011. Parents, let me thank you for sharing your sons and daughters with us. They are remarkable, each and every one. Members of the class of 2011, Melrose has been your home until tonight. But tonight, you step on a larger stage. Tonight, you are citizens of the world. Your parents and teachers have prepared you for the adventures ahead, so trust yourselves and remember the lessons you've learned in Melrose. As you go forth, let me enjoin you to encounter life and to be open to what the world has to offer you. You will travel the world, see new sights, learn new things, and make new friends. In short, you can make your dreams your reality. Be open to the wonder of life, and remember, as someone once said, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breaths away. I know you will leave all of us breathless in the years to come. Congratulations, class of 2011.
Principal Dillon has been dedicated to our education from the day we walked into the high school our freshman year. He has made a point to know each and every one of us, introducing himself in hallways, and always present at sporting events, concerts, plays, or any other school-sponsored event. He has been a prominent part of our 4 years of high school, and he has also helped make this outdoor graduation possible. He is retiring after this year, and in a way, graduating alongside of us. It is my pleasure to introduce Principal Joseph Dillon.
Thank you, Mercy. This congratulatory message is for both the graduates, their parents, and loved ones. To you, the parents and other special people in the graduates' lives, you have helped guide your sons and daughters on a roller coaster ride of heartaches and happiness leading to this special day. The sense of pride and love you feel is wonderful and certainly well-deserved. I would like to personally thank all of you for the support and encouragement you gave to your sons and daughters during their high school careers. I want to thank the dedicated faculty and staff members for the expertise they shared and the concern and understanding they offered to each of the graduates. A special thank you to our retirees, Mrs. Gail Babin, Mr. Richie Tice, Mrs. Sue Eason, and Mrs. Stella Coquiara for their combined 145 years of dedication to student at Melrose High School. Please stand and accept our thanks. However, I want to especially thank and congratulate the graduates of the class of 2011. In some ways, I feel like a member of the class of 2011 because I entered and will be leaving Melrose High School with you. I couldn't have asked for a better group of young men and women to share these 4 special years at Melrose High School. I am proud and humbled to be one of you today. Members of the class of 2011, although you demonstrated singular accomplishments in our academics, on the stage, and athletic fields, during your amazing internships, and in a myriad of other experiences, I will remember you the most for your kindness, your decency, and your class. Members of the class of 2011, you have bonded as a class over the last 4 years. However, you have especially bonded this past week at the senior prom, the yearbook signing, and at Six Flags. It is now time to be all together one last time as the class of 2011 here this evening. Members of the class of 2011, although today you begin a new journey, take time to reflect on these past 4 years. Thank you for the wonderful memories you have left behind. They will help keep you close to us long after today. Be thankful to your parents for their love and patience, to your teachers for their wisdom and caring, and to your friends for their support and strength. But most of all, be proud of yourselves. Today is your day. I will leave you with one of my favorite Irish verses. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall softly on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. Congratulations, class of 2011. We will miss you.
I would now like to introduce a young woman who has been a part of the METCO program since elementary school. She had to wake up earlier than any Melrosians just to catch her bus to school. From a young age, she went to a school away from her home neighborhood and made another town her own. Her dedication to her education has led her to the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth next year, where her hard work will most definitely pay off. Please join me in welcoming Jazmine Dixon.
It seems like it was just yesterday that I was back at the Horseman Elementary School. It was a new environment full of unfamiliar faces. But even though I was foreign to Melrose, I was welcomed with open arms. Throughout my 7 years in the METCO program, I have faced many obstacles and I have accomplished a lot. There were a couple occasions when my race seemed to be an issue, and I was treated unfairly, but I handled those situations with dignity and learned how to settle them constructively. Experiencing those situations and learning how to further my education was more of an advantage than a disadvantage, because I found out what it was like to be around people who did not derive from the same race as me. And since I learned how to overcome those situations in high school, I think I'll be ready for whatever I face in my future. Also, thanks to the METCO program, I was able to take on many opportunities, like going on the Black College Tour. I attended many youth conferences that were designed to help youth and to construct them into being successful citizens. I was a Posse Scholarship finalist for Denison University, and I have been a part of the Delta Gems program, which is supported by the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated for my junior and senior year of high school. Through the sorority, I received the Liberty Mutual Delta Sigma Theta $500 book award. In high school, I took on honors classes, and this year I tried an AP course. And even though I dropped down to an honors course due to the complexity of the AP workload, I am proud that I pushed myself and took the opportunity to take a class I knew would be challenging. Despite dropping out of AP Biology, I am still graduating with one of the highest GPAs in the METCO program. Also, I had the opportunity to participate in the Students Against Destructive Decisions in my junior year as an extracurricular activity. I didn't play on any sports teams, but I attempted to go for the basketball team my sophomore year. I had an asthma attack and I threw up. Now that was an epic fail. But I am happy that I tried, because now I know the hard work and dedication that athletes partake in playing sports. This year was very hectic. Getting ready for college really showed me how amazing the officials and administrators are here at Melrose High School. There were times I needed transcripts and recommendations on very short notice, and I received beyond outstanding assistance. The METCO program allowed me to come to a school where the people who work and teach there truly care about my education and want to see me succeed. And like many seniors, I thought senior year would never come, and I pushed my community service to the side. I was excited to see how many teachers were eager to help me earn extra community service hours at last minute. And for those teachers, I am utterly grateful because I am able to graduate. In addition to being in the METCO program, I was able to meet some wonderful people here in Melrose and some people from Boston who come to school with the same intentions as I do, to go to school and receive a better education and to interact with people out of our honor. I have many ups and downs while in the METCO program, but the good definitely outweigh the bad. I owe a special applause and thank you to my mother for being my #1 supporter and enlisting me in the METCO program, the Melrose Public School System, the METCO program, and to my METCO coordinator, Doreen Ward, who got me through the program with her motivation and everlasting care and support, even though she racked my nerves like every day. Thanks to everyone, I am graduating today and will be attending UMass Dartmouth in the fall with a substantial scholarship. Thank you.
Our final speaker this evening is someone who has been an active member of the Melrose High School community for these past 4 years. She is not only a student athlete, but also a super fan, a friend to all, and a self-proclaimed class clown. She puts her whole heart into everything she does, and in doing so, represents the class of 2011 well. She will continue spreading her positive attitude and contagious happiness to Bentley College next year, where she will study business. Delivering the farewell address, it is my pleasure to welcome my fellow classmate and best friend, Athena Ziavras.
Well, everyone else already did a great job greeting all of the guests here tonight, so I'm just going to make things simple by saying good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I made a promise to some people that I was going to do my best not to cry. Now, most people probably think that is unlikely, but here we go. New and different, difficult but rewarding, driving, senior skip day, awesome, varsity sports, and drama. According to our middle school yearbook, this is what we predicted high school was going to be like when we were in 8th grade. And I think we did a pretty good job with those prophecies. Overall, our 3 years in middle school was hilarious. Everyone was in that awkward stage, and looking back, you wonder, what was I thinking when I looked good? But during those preteen years, we made memories that will last a lifetime. Like when we were at Friday night dances and we were ordered to leave room for the Holy Ghost by the chaperones, or when we legally vandalized the old middle school right before it got knocked down in 6th grade, or when Teen Netta got stuck in her hood. Those are the things that we'll look back on and laugh. Once we got to high school, it was like entering a whole new world. Fears about homework, mean teachers, and getting lost in the school clogged our mind. But eventually, we proved all of those misconceptions false. Despite all the time that has passed, I still remember freshman year pretty vividly. In our first week, we had a small assembly where the upperclassmen gave us survival tips for high school. One person said, "Enjoy it while it lasts, because before you know it, it's over." Replaying this moment years later, I realized that if I had to tell the underclassmen the most important thing about high school, I'd tell them the same thing. That, and to know your role. Freshmen are at the bottom of the food chain and should realize that. As seniors, we made sure they learned. Most of us can agree that time has never flown so fast during these last 4 years. It's like freshman year was so long ago, but at the same time, we can remember it like it was yesterday. We've come so far since then, maturing into the seniors we envied when we were 14 years old. Getting to that point, however, wasn't so easy. We dealt with the daily drama, that most of it was unnecessary, that is always expected to come along with high school. We cried over boyfriends and girlfriends, laughed for hours at the ridiculous things we did on weekends to pass the time, and silently patted ourselves on the back when things finally seemed to fall into place just as we had wished. We battled our way through numerous setbacks, seeing as how our class seemed to always get the short end of the stick. On the top of that list is the fact that we've been relocated numerous times because of that beautiful new middle school that we never got to experience. But despite all of those reasons, today we can finally say we made it. Looking back on our time spent in high school, everyone has something to be proud of that they accomplished at Melrose High, whether it was a tangible award or an internal feat. We represented our school with pride in class when the ever-dreaded NEASC team came to visit. We had a boys basketball team make it to the tournament for the first time in a decade, and a girls hockey team make it for the first time ever. We had our Community Alliance Club build houses in Buffalo, our band win regional competitions, and artists win their way into the Globe Show. Maybe you found your niche through doing these activities, or maybe it was just something to do. Either way, the persistence and determination that we have learned through accomplishing those goals will travel with us in all of our future endeavors. Now, at the close of our senior year, we think about our roller coaster ride through high school. There will be more peaks and valleys in our lives, but the important thing to keep in mind is that everything happens for a reason. And now I can finally say I believe that. Lucas Scott from The Best Show Ever, One Tree Hill, once said, "There are moments in our lives when we find ourselves at a crossroads. The choices we make in those moments can define the rest of our days. And, of course, when faced with the unknown, most of us prefer to go around and go back. Turn around and go back, same thing. But my advice to all of you for the future is to take a risk. Try something new, maybe something you're not so sure of. Just take the risk, because if you don't, you will never know what could have happened if you did. So take my advice, because 60% of the time, it works every time." Bidding farewell to this class is something that stirs up a lot of emotion, especially for me. An enormous chapter of our lives is rapidly coming to a close, but in reality, our lives are just beginning. Today is a day of reminiscence, but it's also the day that another door opens. Whether that door leads to work, college, or the armed forces, Melrose High School has paved our way to get there. To the teachers, well, I'm finally graduating, so you won't have to see me in the halls harassing you to buy more raffle tickets. And to my class, this will be the last time that all of us will be together. So look around at all of the faces that you spent 4 or maybe more years with. We all have distinct memories of the people and places who molded who we grew up to be. So find some time to thank the people who helped you make it to this point. Remember the person that became your best friend and stood by you no matter what the circumstances were. Remember the teacher that made you dread school a little less because they made you realize your potential and never gave up on you. Remember the team or club that motivated you to get through the school day so you could go to that activity after the day was over. And finally, remember the 5 years that we spent walking the hallways of MHS, waiting for this day to arrive. Well, class of 2011, that day is today, and that time is now. I look out at all of you in your red and white caps and gowns, and wonder if those senior prophecies in our yearbook will come true. I guess only time will tell, but until then, I can now say with a bittersweet
I would now like to invite Mr. Joseph Dillon to the podium to introduce the valedictorian, class officers, and student speakers to receive their diplomas.
Now would the class valedictorian, class officers, student speakers, please come forward. Valedictorian, Ellen Marie Cintolo. President, Benjamin James Ouellette. Vice President and Master of Ceremonies, Mercedes Margaret Ward. Secretary, Caitlin Julia Tapi. Treasurer, Frank Stephen Kelly, Jr. METCO Speaker, Jazmine Alexandria Dixon. And farewell address, Athena Nicole Ziavras. Now I would like to invite the class president, Ben Ouellette, and Vice President Mercedes Ward to the podium to introduce the remainder of the graduates.
Thatcher Edwin Ackerman. Stephen Michael Adams, Jr. Elizabeth Aline Alverson. Paul Joseph Artizoni. Ogechi Godwin Asia. Manuel Alec Edienza. Alyssa Taryn Auger. Stephen Dominic Auger. Zachariah Bashiri.
Oh, you can pick it up if you want.
No, I'm good. Benjamin James Badger. Jeffrey Martin Badger. Mark Robert Bailey. There you go. Camaray Crawford Bannister. Ashley Marjorie Belfield. Jazmine Sarai Burchin Halliday. I got you. Elizabeth Ann Blake. Renee Patrice Sasha Blake. My best friend, Joseph Mark Blotner. Atta boy, Joe. We made it. Ashley Michelle Boone. Odessa Nali Boyajan de Souza. Catherine Grace Bridgeford. Sean Joseph Brosnahan. Kayla Brianna Brown. Paula Marie Buccelli. Matthew Joseph Burton. Kevin James Callahan. Alex Joseph Canzanello. Dante Paul Carrillo. Charles Evan Carroll. Laura Elizabeth Cataldo. Dendia Marie Celestin. Kaylee Christine Clark. I think I'm missing a name. Kayla Nicole Constantine. Jazmine what?
Jazmine Cheek. Yeah, she's not on the list.
Jazmine Cheek. I'm sorry. Bridget Elizabeth Corso. Terrence William Cosgrove. Christopher Edward Cuniff. Congrats. Jacob Tyler Curran. Samantha Rose D'Amico. Anthony Michael D'Antona. Raven Simone Davis. Brian John Delcor. Joshua David Delgado. Andrew Patrick DeLillo. Abigail Marie de Magistris.
Here we go, Mel.
Melanie Ann DeYoung. Brittany Lee Dingle. Shanley Mary Jo D'Incenzo. Andrea Rachel DeSalvatore. Riley Marie Doherty. Tyler Andrew Dolan. Amanda Lee Downey. Jane Margaret Dresky. Ahmad Awad El Sweezy. Michael Stephen Eustace. Crystal Carolyn Evans. Ryan John Thomas Fahey. Nathan Addison Farrow. Christopher John Fimiani. Melanie Ruth Fitzgerald. Good boy, Smush. Samuel Emmett Fitzpatrick. Ralph Flurstill. Anna Alban Folster. Alex Cintarelli Franklin. Matthew Robert Frieda. Andrew John Frangillo III. Tara Michelle Gaeta. Mark Anthony Gentili. Eva Talia Gertz. Sarah Gozael. Caitlin Janet Gilbert. Kelsey Patricia Gilbert. Brett Alexander Gillis. Laura Marie Gillis. Jacob Harrison Gordon. Thomas Gerald Grant. Melissa Janelle Greenberg. Michael Campion Grork. Kevin Michael Hanlon. Robert John Hansen. Ryan Joseph Hardy. Cameron John Harrison. Lauren Marie Hayes. Andrew Knight Heath. Cecilia Rose Hemingway. Matthew Walter Hollow. Chelsea Renee Johnson. Daniel Arthur Johnson. Ivana Nicole Johnson. Justine Johnson. Aaron Joseph Jones. Camille Janae Jones. Ryan John Joyle. Pauline Florence Kearney. Siobhan Marie Kelly. William John Killaway. Casey John Kerwin. Stephanie Alexandra Krasko. Jason Jenweng Kwong. Matthew Victor Laverty. Crystal Marie Leary. Gabriel Arthur Lefton. Emily Elizabeth Lado. Matthew Patrick Lasaf. C.G. Liu.
Anthony Gennaro Latardo. Michaela Francis Lucy. Cody Frank Sargent Lucis. Irina Anastasia Lyles. John Patrick Lynch. Kevin Ryan Lynch. Taylor Grace McDonald. David Alexander Mattiford. Andrew Robert Madigan. Sebastian Antoine McGlory. Samantha Rose Mallon. Bernard Edmund Malone. Devin Byers Manchester. Karen Martin. Connor Schaefer Mason. Ralph Michael Matarisi Jr. Charlotte Emily Mays. John Patrick McCluskey. Christopher John McCormick. Oops. Lauren Marie McCoy. Patricia Ann McDermott. Caitlin Faye McDonough. Anthony McGilligot. Emma Elizabeth McGowan. Megan Elise McKinley. Thomas J. Stewart McLeod. Olivia Rose Milliken. Alexandra Helen Milstrom. May Hisham Mishal. Scott Aaron Moore. David Martin Mora. John Patrick Morris. Jenna Elissa Morse. Jessica Grace Monroe. Dino Merguz. Jacqueline Lee Murphy. Keegan Lawrence Murphy. Elizabeth Galvin Nadeau. Brooke Audrey Nally. Alexander Nicholson. Kayla Ashley Niku. Mike Norgese. Jennifer Adele Norton. Alexandra Margaret O'Brien. Catherine Ann O'Brien. Mark Christopher Pampinen. Nicole Ann Payon. Angelique Marie Parrish. Gennaro Constantine Perone. Sam Kien Pham. Harrison David Phillips. Chiara Pieri. Matthew Thomas Piotrowski.
Yeah! What a boy, Charlie.
Elena Rose Pizzotti. Jocelyn Elaine Pullen. Eleanor Grace Reagan. Olivia Pearl Reagan. Roger Alexander Riley. Daniel Ryan Reardon. Ariana Raquel Rivera. Jessie May Rowe. Michelina Roy. James Russell Runge. Janae Casserell Reimer. Tom Gomez Scarabelli. Andrew Michael Skoka. Haley Elizabeth Schofield. Anna Baker Seamock. Luis Enrique Cerna. William Zachary Sevier. Ryan Brett Sherlock. Stephen Mark Shinto. Binaminrata Shrestha. Erica Joy Snyder Drummond. Julia May Salamini. Michelle Rose Sorrentino. Jamina Shantice St. Flor. Robert Thomas Stoff. Frederick Lewis Stoker. Matthew Prescott Stone. Brianna Elizabeth Sullivan. Caitlin Marie Seke. Gabriellen Tarlu. Shira Quinice Texera. Grace Ellen Thompson. Jameel Angel Thompson. Haley Barry Thorpe. Jennifer Lee Tiedemann. Nathaniel William Trippy. Matthew Al Truly. Nicholas Leo Tuccinardi. Stephen Douglas Vaughn. Anna Elizabeth Vanaki. Maria Celeste Vivas. Allison Carpenter Walsh. Qingzhao Wang. Dana Catherine Warner. Laura Catherine Whalen. Gabriella Marie Whittier. Edward Francis Wiesen. Olivia Ann Wilkins. Derek Charles Woolworth. Ryan James Wilworth. Sarah Sagai Wildemariam. Tori Ann Wyland. And Robert Nicholas Zuccari Jr. Now,
this completes the presentation of the diplomas. Class of 2011, you may now move your tassels.
Clips in the box, please.